Good morning. Today is September 27, 2017. It's Wednesday. Midweek madness. Yeah. All right. I just found out that when I took my sick day on Friday, I actually had what you call a period sub, which basically means another teacher had to take over my class because my substitute, the one that I had, did not show up. And I'm a little one embarrassed, and number two a little frustrated because I try not to be that teacher that has to call in a period sub because I've had to period sub before, and sometimes it's very inconvenient. And we all know that it's like necessary though because we got to help each other out and stuff like that, right? No matter how frustrating it is. But I just thought it was really frustrating to know that like I didn't have a period sub or I didn't have a sub, especially since I checked my logs and everything. It said I had secured a sub, and I thought I was in the clear this whole time. But it turns out that I didn't have a sub. So I'm a little frustrated just because I took the time and all that stuff, and I didn't have a sub. I didn't have a sub. It turned out I turned up having two period sub for it turned out that my coworkers had to period sub for me, and I don't like that. But on the bright side, the teachers that told me that they period sub for me said like they appreciated how there was work prepared for them and they could just do their work while they were just watching the kids. And I was like, okay, that's good. But I mean, I really wish I had that sub because I try not. I like to be the considerate one. I try to like make sure that I get a sub and all that stuff is secure and easy and done. What else was there? Am I gonna say? It's 8:08. I left my classroom at 7:40 to make some copies. I was expecting it to take about 5 minutes. It took well over 15. Um, okay, here's the thing. I don't mind being in line and waiting for the guy, for the teacher that has to make like 100 copies or something. That's fine. What I do mind is when I'm the only one. I only have to make like 50 or 60 copies with one sheet of paper, and there's no ink. There's no ink in the copy machine, and I have to go all the way to the other side of the school. And I find out that the one in the other side of the school has 10% ink. And it's ridiculous because, like, why isn't anyone, like, calling? And I know last week the ink was empty, and I didn't call it in because for one thing I thought someone else was gonna do it. But I guess that's the mindset, I guess, right? One thing I thought like someone was gonna have like at least realize, hey, maybe I should talk to the admin. And it went a whole week. I don't usually make copies, so it went a whole week and there was no ink. And I'm like, well, geez, man. Like I thought that I wasn't gonna have to do it because personally I don't use the copier that much, and I know teachers who use the copier. And why aren't they the ones like calling in and saying, "Hey, the ink is low"? I did it. I just had to do it for both, like for the both like copy machines. And I know I'm like really ranty and stuff, but like there's like a certain level of like just being considerate for the other person. I guess I'm not one to talk because I had to like someone had to period stuff for me, I guess. But I try to make things easy for my coworkers. I try not to be like an intrusion on someone's day. I try to stay out of people's way, and I try to make things easy for like myself. But then like when somebody isn't making copy or isn't like taking the responsibility and just at least sending an email to tell the right people to put ink into the copy machine and leaving like the guy who has to only make 60 copies a week compared to the other teacher who has to make like 300, 400, 500 copies a week. Do you see where like the discrepancy here is? It's like come on, man. just freaking send an email. If you can make all those copies, you can do it you could do it that way. Anyway, so what was I I guess this was a pretty big rant, but I really wanted to get this off my chest because it's frustrating. Like, it's absurd. Like, why do I have to wait or not wait? Why? And I'm sounding super like entitled, but like, why do I have to be the one to fix the copy machine when I rarely use it? You know? Like, it just so, there's just so many problems about that. Like, okay, here's how it works. The reason machine breaks. Nobody says anything. There's a 35 copy limit on the copy machine. Someone prints 60 copies on the copy machine. It jams. Now C3 doesn't have any way to copy. What do? They go to C1. They do the same thing. Now double the teachers are in the other side of the school making copies. Ink goes by even faster over there, and then when the ink runs out, guess what? They're gonna use the copy machine, and then the copy machine's gonna break. Jesus. I mean, jeez, man, come on. Come on. Come on. Can we please? It doesn't have to be me, especially since like there's a whole staff. Whatever, man. I still love my staff. It's all good. I mean, I do this to take care of them, but it's just like it's like just the stuff you encounter. It's just like they're teachers too. That's the thing. It's like I don't know. It just seems to me like as a teacher, like we just have like we already take the brunt of like the blame in like society sometimes when it comes to like the education of our children and blah 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 blah. And then like I know we're like our profession can be very misunderstood. But man, it's just like, come on. We have like the lowest rates in insurance and everything. We're known as like the most responsible drivers and stuff. I think we could at least afford to be like, responsible with our copy machine. But whatever, man. Anyway, okay, that was a beautiful 6 minute and 54 second rant. Darn copy machines, man. It's just like, I'm glad I use Google Classroom. Anyway, bye.